Allow yourself to arrive here, in this moment. There is nowhere else you need to be right now. Nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix. Simply be here just as you are. If you are lying down, let your body sink gently into the surface beneath you. Feel the weight of your body being fully supported. You do not need to hold yourself up. You do not need to carry anything right now. The ground beneath you is steady. The ground beneath you is safe. Let it hold you completely. Gently close your eyes if they are not already closed, and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in all the way, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for just a moment, and now breathe out slowly through your mouth. Let the breath carry away any tension you have been holding. Let it carry away the weight of the day. Let it carry away anything that no longer serves you. Take another breath in, slowly, gently. Feel your chest and belly rise, and breathe out, long and slow. Let your body soften with each exhale. One more time. Breathe in deeply, and breathe out completely. With each breath out, you are letting go a little more. With each breath out, you are becoming a little lighter. There is nothing you need to hold on to right now. Not your worries, not your plans, not the things that went wrong today, not the things you are afraid of tomorrow. Right now in this moment, you are safe. You are here. You are breathing, and that is enough. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands open. Let your forehead soften. Let every part of your body that has been tight and tense begin to release. You have been carrying so much, and for just this hour, you do not have to carry any of it. Breathe in peace. Breathe out everything else. As your body continues to relax, as your breath continues to slow, I want you to simply listen. Let the words wash over you like warm water. You do not need to think about them. You do not need to analyze them. Simply receive them. Simply let them in. These words come from the deepest well of human wisdom. They come from a man who sat beneath a tree over 2,500 years ago and looked deeply into the nature of suffering. And what he found there changed everything. What he found there is still changing everything even now, even tonight, even as you lie here in the quiet darkness and breathe. The Buddha understood something that most of us spend our entire lives trying to learn. He understood that suffering does not come from what happens to us. Suffering comes from our refusal to let what happens simply be what it is. Suffering comes from holding on, from gripping tightly to things that were never meant to stay forever, from wishing that the river of life would stop flowing and remain still just for us, just so we could keep what we love exactly as it is. But rivers do not stop, and life does not stop. And the things we hold most tightly are often the very things that hurt us most. When they finally inevitably move on, let your breath slow even more now. Let your body sink even deeper. You are safe. You are held. You are loved by this universe more than you know. The Buddha once said that everything is impermanent. Every single thing. The joy you felt yesterday, the pain you felt this morning, the relationship that fell apart, the dream that did not come true, the version of yourself you used to be. All of it is impermanent. All of it rises and all of it passes. Like clouds crossing the face of the moon remains. The sky remains. But the clouds, no matter how dark, no matter how heavy, always pass. You are not your clouds. You are the sky. And so tonight we practice the most beautiful and the most difficult teaching the Buddha ever offered. We practice letting go. We practice releasing our grip on the things we cannot control. We practice opening our hands and our hearts to the flow of life, as it actually is, not as we wish it would be. We practice breathing in fully and breathing out completely, and trusting that what we release will make space for something new, something lighter, something more true. Breathe in slowly now. And as you breathe out, imagine that with your exhale, you are releasing something you have been holding. It does not matter what it is. Your mind will know. Your body will know. Simply breathe out and let something go. Even just a little. Even just the edges of it. There is a story that is often told about a monk who was crossing a river. The river was wide and fast, and the monk spent a great deal of effort building a raft to carry him safely across. When he finally reached the other shore, Exhausted and relieved, he looked at the raft he had built with such care and such effort. A younger monk walking beside him asked, "What will you do with the raft now, teacher?" And the old monk smiled and said, "I will leave it here. It carried me across, but I do not carry it with me. I have new ground to walk on now." This is what the Buddha meant when he taught about letting go. He was not asking you to abandon what you love. He was not asking you to pretend that the things you have lost did not matter. They mattered deeply. They matter still. The raft was real. The crossing was real. But there comes a time when carrying the raft becomes a heavier burden than the river itself ever was. Think for a moment about the things you are carrying. You do not need to name them out loud. Simply let them rise gently to the surface of your awareness. Perhaps there is a relationship that ended, and you are still carrying the weight of what was said, what was left unsaid, what could have been different. Perhaps there is a version of your life you imagined for yourself that did not come to be, and you are still grieving the loss of that imagined future. Perhaps there is a mistake you made, something you said or did or failed to do, and you have been carrying the weight of that regret for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to walk without it. You are allowed to put it down now, not because it did not matter. It mattered. Not because you should not have cared. You were right to care. But because you have been carrying it long enough, because the weight of it is not making you stronger. It is only making you tired, and you deserve to rest. Breathe in gently, and breathe out slowly. With each exhale, imagine the weight becoming a little lighter. Just a little. There is no rush. Letting go is not something that happens all at once. It is something that happens breath by breath, night by night, moment by moment. The Buddha spoke of a concept called upadana, which means clinging or grasping. He described it as the root of so much of our suffering. We cling to pleasure, wanting it to last forever. We cling to people, wanting them to stay exactly as they are. We cling to our identity, our story, our sense of who we are and who we were supposed to become. We cling even to our pain sometimes because pain that is familiar can feel safer than the unknown open space. That would be left if we let it go. But the Buddha also said this. He said in the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. How gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Not every person was meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are like seasons. They come with their warmth, their color, their particular kind of beauty. And then the wheel turns and they move on, and you move on. And the love does not disappear, but it transforms into something quieter, something that lives in the memory like a pressed flower. Still beautiful, still real, but no longer needing water or sunlight or tending. Some dreams were not meant to be yours to live. And that is a hard thing to hear and a harder thing to accept. But sometimes the dream that dies is making room for a truth that is more yours, more real, more aligned with the deepest nature of who you actually are, rather than who you thought you were supposed to be. Let your body relax completely now. Let your arms feel heavy. Let your legs feel heavy. Let your entire body sink down into rest. You do not need to hold yourself up any longer. The night is holding you. The earth is holding you. The universe that brought you here, that breathed life into you, that has carried you through every hard thing you have ever faced, is holding you right now. You are safe enough to let go. There was a woman who came to the Buddha in tremendous grief. She had lost her child, her only son, and the grief was so consuming that she could not eat, could not sleep, could not speak. She came to the Buddha carrying the body of her son in her arms, begging him to bring the child back. And the Buddha looked at her with infinite compassion and said, "I can help you. But first you must bring me a mustard seed from a home that has never known loss." She went from door to door throughout the village. At the first house she knocked and asked, "Have you known loss here?" The woman at the door wept and said, "My husband died last spring." At the next house they had lost a child. At the next, a parent, a sister, a friend. She went to every house in the village and found the same answer everywhere she went. There was not a single home that had not known grief. There was not a single heart that had not been broken. And slowly, as she walked from door to door, something shifted in her. She began to understand that her grief, as enormous as it felt, as unique as it felt, as isolating as it felt, was, in fact, the most universal thing in the world. Every person she met had loved and lost. Every person she met was carrying something. She was not alone in her suffering. She had never been alone. She returned to the Buddha without the mustard seed. And she sat before him and wept, not only for her son now, but for every mother, every father, every person who had ever loved someone and lost them. And in that weeping, in that opening, something in her released. Not her love for her son, never that, but the hardness around the grief, the desperate clinging to what could not be brought back, the resistance to the truth of what had happened. She let herself grieve fully. And in grieving fully, she began, slowly, gently, to heal. This is what letting go looks like. It does not look like not caring. It does not look like forgetting. It does not look like pretending the loss was not real or the pain was not deep. Letting go looks like allowing what is true to be true. It looks like opening your hands and your heart to reality, as it is, not as you wish it were. Breathe in now and breathe out, and let what is true simply be true tonight. You do not have to fight it. You do not have to fix it. You do not have to understand it fully. You only have to breathe and soften and allow. The Buddha taught that the mind is like the surface of a lake. When the wind blows, the surface is agitated and rough, and if you look into it, you cannot see clearly to the bottom. But when the wind is still and the surface is calm, you can see all the way down to the depths. You can see everything clearly with perfect transparency. Letting go is what stills the wind. Every time you release your grip on an outcome, every time you stop arguing with reality, every time you breathe out and allow, the surface of your mind grows a little calmer, a little clearer. And in that clarity, you begin to see what has always been there beneath the agitation. You begin to see the stillness that is your true nature, the peace that does not depend on anything going right or anything staying the same. That peace is available to you right now. It is not somewhere you have to travel to. It is not something you have to earn. It is here, in this breath, in this moment, in the quiet space between your thoughts. Let your breathing slow even more now. In through the nose, gently and deeply, and out through the mouth, long and releasing. You are doing beautifully. There is nothing you need to do but breathe and let go. Breathe and let go. Think about the people in your life who have hurt you. Not to reopen the wound, but to gently hold it in the light for just a moment. The Buddha said that holding on to anger is like holding a burning coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. The other person, in many cases, has moved on entirely. They are sleeping peacefully tonight while you carry the coal. That was meant for them. You are allowed to put the coal down. This is not about excusing what was done to you. It is not about saying that what happened was acceptable or right. It is not about going back to what harmed you or pretending. The harm was not real. It is simply about freeing yourself from the ongoing weight of carrying it. It is about deciding that your peace matters more than your grievance, that your rest matters more than your rightness, that your life going forward does not have to be defined by what someone else did to you in the past. Forgiveness, in the deepest Buddhist sense, is not a gift you give to the person who hurt you. It is a gift you give to yourself. It is the act of unclenching your fist and letting the burning coal fall to the ground so that your hand can heal. Breathe in and breathe out. And if there is someone in your life you have been carrying resentment toward, let yourself imagine, just for this moment, what it might feel like to put that weight down. Not forever if that feels like too much. Just for tonight, just for this hour, just for this breath. You deserve to rest without that weight. The Buddha also taught about something he called the second arrow. When something painful happens to us, that is the first arrow. We cannot always control the first arrow. Life sends them and they land and they hurt. That is the nature of being human. And having a heart that is open enough to love and therefore open enough to be hurt But the second arrow is the one we shoot at ourselves. It is the self-blame, the rumination, the endless replaying of what happened, what we could have done differently, what it means about us and our worth and our future. The first arrow hurt, but it is the second arrow, the one we shoot ourselves, that keeps the wound from healing. Tonight, let yourself put down the bow. The first arrow has already landed. It has already done what it has done, but you can choose right now in this quiet and this darkness to stop shooting the second arrow. You can choose to let the wound begin to close. You can choose to be as gentle with yourself as you would be with someone you love deeply, who was lying here in pain. Because you deserve that gentleness. You have always deserved it. Let your whole body be completely still now. Let your mind become like that still lake, the surface. Undisturbed, the depths clear and luminous. You are breathing. You are here. The night is soft around you. There is nothing required of you in this moment, except to receive the peace that is already yours. The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree on the night of his enlightenment and faced everything he had ever feared, everything he had ever clung to, everything he had ever tried to push away. The demon Mara came with armies and temptations and doubts, and the Buddha did not fight. He did not run. He simply touched the earth and said, I am here. I am steady. I am not moved. That steadiness is in you too. That unshakable core that remains peaceful, even when everything around it is uncertain and changing and difficult. You have touched it in quiet moments. You have felt it in the spaces between thoughts. It has been there all along, waiting patiently beneath the noise and the fear and the holding on. Let go a little more now. Let the breath be easy. Let the body be heavy and warm and completely at rest. Let the mind drift like a leaf on a slow and gentle river, not pulled under, not fighting the current, simply floating, simply moving, simply being carried. Everything you have been worried about will still be there tomorrow if it needs to be. Everything you have been trying to solve will meet you again when the sun rises and you are rested and clear. But right now, in this hour, in this darkness, in this breath, you do not have to carry any of it. You are allowed to rest completely. The Buddha said that peace comes not from having everything go the way you want it to go, but from releasing the need for it to be any particular way. Peace comes from opening your hands and saying, whatever comes, I can meet it. Whatever goes, I can release it. Whatever is, I can be with it. This is not giving up. This is the deepest form of trust. Trust in the natural flow of things. Trust in your own capacity to meet whatever life brings. Trust in the truth that you are stronger than you know and more resilient than you have yet been asked to prove. You have survived everything that has happened to you so far. Every hard day, every sleepless night, every moment. When you were certain you could not go on, and yet somehow you did. You are here, breathing, alive, still capable of love and beauty and wonder. That is not nothing. That is everything. Let that truth settle into you now. Let it move through your body like warmth. You are still here. You made it. And whatever tomorrow holds, you will meet it with the same quiet strength that has carried you this far. Breathe in slowly and breathe out completely. Breathe in peace and breathe out everything that is not peace. Let the body be heavy. Let the mind be still. Let the breath be slow and soft and easy. The night is quiet. The world is resting. And you, beloved, are allowed to rest too. You are allowed to stop carrying for a while. You are allowed to put down every burden, every worry, every question that does not have an answer tonight. You are allowed to simply be here, breathing, warm, safe, held. Let go of the day. Let go of the week. Let go of the year and all its weight and all its complicated joy and grief. Let go of who you were supposed to be by now. Let go of the life you imagined and the life you are still waiting for. Let go of the version of yourself that needed everything to make sense before it could rest. Let go and breathe and sink deeper into the quiet. The Buddha's last words, spoken as he lay dying beneath the trees, were these: all things are impermanent. Work out your salvation with diligence, not with striving and grasping, but with steady, patient, gentle, consistent attention, with the same tenderness you would offer a sleeping child. with the same trust you place in the rising of the sun. You are working out your salvation right now, in this very moment, by choosing to rest, by choosing to let go rather than hold on, by breathing in and breathing out, and trusting that release is not loss, but spaciousness, not emptiness, but openness, not ending, but the clearing away of what was never truly yours to carry. Drift now if you feel like drifting. Let the words become soft and distant like music heard from another room. Let them wash over you without any need to hold on to them. Let your body be completely still and completely heavy. Let your mind become like deep water, dark and calm and utterly at peace. You are safe. You are held. You are loved by this life more deeply than you yet understand. Let go. Let go. Let go. Breathe in and breathe out. And sleep, beautiful soul. Sleep. There is nothing more to do tonight. There is nothing more to carry. There is nothing more to solve or understand or fight or resist. There is only this breath, and then the next, growing slower and softer and further apart, like stars appearing one by one in a darkening sky. The river of life is flowing, and you are floating in it, not fighting the current, not clinging to the banks, simply floating, simply resting, simply being carried by something vast and gentle and wise, that knows exactly where it is going even when you do not. Let the current hold you now. Let go of the shore and sleep.